Hello and welcome to the Chakra Diva show. My name is Amber Poole. I am your host. I am an energy healer as well as a crystal shaman. So I work with crystals. I'm a psychic as well as medium. My focus is mainly on energy and healing. So tonight I wanted to talk about an important topic. And I am giving a speech for a presentation this Saturday, and it has to do by the company. It's called Courage for Hope, which helps people who are grieving. It helps people who may have lost their job or maybe even lost a loved one. So it's giving you courage, right? For tomorrow, courage for hope. So I am a speaker at this event, and I was initially going to talk about how when we lose a loved one and they transition, how does that work and what does that mean? And then as I was in meditation, I kept hearing that we need to talk about soul loss and retrieval. So I'm going to give you a sneak peek tonight and talk to you about soul loss and retrieval. So you might think, okay, I've never heard of that because it's not talked about all the time in our Western society, right? So soul loss, it sounds like scary, but it's not really. We all have experienced it to some level. So soul loss is when your soul becomes fragmented, right? We're all a whole soul, and then things happen to us. And then little parts of our soul gets fragmented. And we have to change our belief systems and our patterns to make ourselves whole, or maybe we just forgot who we are in that moment. So I'm going to give you some examples, and maybe you have experienced soul loss before. You can have soul loss when you have trauma. So trauma can be mental, can be physical, it can be emotional. A lot of times our soul fragments because we don't want to be there, or we just don't like the experience, or there's something, you kind of get up and you leave because you're like, I don't feel like dealing with this anymore. So your soul would escape so that it feels safe or protected. The other one is when you get knocked out. And I was thinking about this today, actually. When I was playing softball and I was younger, I was a pitcher, and I tried to be in the outfield one time. And on that one time, a ball came down and it actually landed in my face. So I got knocked out. I had 20 stitches throughout my eye. And what happens there is it creates that ball that came into my aura. Wherever you get hurt at, or if you have an injury, it creates a hole or a gap within your aura, and your soul, to not experience that moment, can escape, right? So it kind of escapes again as a protection. So if you get knocked out, or if you have a physical injury somewhere that may have scared you, you may have experienced soul loss. Another one could be health issues or near-death experiences. Sudden shock. Anytime you have sudden shock in the body, the soul would probably more than likely escape. This is one of my favorite ones, past lives. So past lives is always interesting to me. I love working with past lives. I like to see where people have gone because our past lives can intertwine with the one that we're living now. But instead of like incarnating with the main soul that we have, you would have a past life stuck somewhere else. So if there was something tragic that happened in that life, you may not carry over. I can give you an example of a client she came to me and she's like, it feels like somebody's choking me. It feels like somebody's at my neck and I can't breathe. So I was scanning her aura, and all of a sudden I saw all of these snakes around her, and we were in Egypt. Okay. And I said, there's snakes around you. And she's like, oh, snakes terrify me. And I said, okay. So then we're going through and we're doing the energy work. And what happened was they were throwing snakes into her tomb as a celebration for her to transition. It wasn't a scary thing, but to her, experiencing it was like, oh no, I'm still alive. I know what you guys are doing. My soul can see this. I can feel it. So she carried this suffocation with her into this life period. So we had to go back and make amends with our soul and bring it into this one. That was a really cool experience to have. It was nice because, one, we got to dive into her fear around snakes, and two, we got to do a soul retrieval, which I'll discuss with you in a minute. Also, prolonged grief. So people who have a lower vibration for a longer period of time, not like a little bit of time, like I'm talking about years, we can also create these gaps within our aura. And the depression will also create soul loss as well. Deep-seated addictions, absolutely 100% will bring in soul loss, rejection, abandonment, and also witnessing somebody's death. So I also had a client who came in because she was grieving for a car accident who the other person lost their life. And she felt so guilty about this. And she kept replaying everything. And I said, when did it happen? And she said, 5 years ago. And I'm like, okay. So we had to call in, do a soul retrieval and call in her soul so that she could heal and keep moving forward, which doesn't change the event. It just changes how her soul responded. So a soul loss would feel like being stuck, being lost, not feeling like you belong here on earth. Not there. Sometimes when people come to see me, I realize that they're not in their bodies. And I don't know how to say that, but you can always tell by their eyes. If you look at people's eyes, they speak to you. So look in people's eyes. They may feel like they're a different person or disconnected from daily life. And insomnia, that's a high, like, ding, 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 like there's something going on here. We better check in and look deeper. And insomnia. So that would be a good one. So that's called soul loss. That's when you experience something around your soul that it feels like it's left you or it's not there or you're missing something and you don't know what it is. Soul loss. Soul retrieval is what we do when we call back or bring back the energy to us. So we're not changing events. We're not changing what happened. And you actually don't have to relive or experience the event again. Instead, we go to talk to the soul part that has escaped to make you whole again. Think about when do you ever like call back your energy to yourself? It feels amazing when you do that. If you've ever like felt really depleted or you're walking around like, I feel like so drained, you may have given away your energy in different places or to different people. So we call back our energy to ourselves. We return to sender what is not ours, and we bring in what is ours to power us back up. It's the same thing. So what happens is shamans travel out and they grab your soul and they bring it back to you, bring you back into the space so that you feel whole again, so that you feel like you have your energy back to you. And a lot of times when shamans do this, they're using drums or they're rattling and they're calling on the spirits to help bring this back to you, your soul back to you. And at the end, they'll blow the missing piece into your head or sometimes even into your heart. So that way you feel incorporated again or whole again. And it's an amazing process. But not everybody can get to a shaman. So I'm going to teach you today how to do a self-healing soul loss in case you feel like, you know what, there is a part of me missing, or I feel like I need something else a part of my life. I wonder if this event happened, made me feel any different, like I don't have a whole part of me. So you have to have crystals for this because we love using crystals, right? I love using crystals. So the first thing you want to do is you want to connect in with your higher self. The higher self is what carries memories from all of your soul lives, right? So all of your past lives. It also monitors your soul, your higher self does. And your higher self, usually connect in with your higher self, like anytime I go to start a session, I connect in with my higher self for advice. I connect in with my higher self to say, hey, I need some guidance here. So always speak to your higher self on this. And you want to then grab your guides, whoever you work with. When I am working with my crystal mesa, which is what we use in shamanism, that's a little packet of crystals I have. I will get out the appropriate crystal that has my guide connected to it. If you have a crystal that has instilled a guide into it, you want to use that one in your hand. So you want to call in all of your spirit guides, your apples, which are our protectors, and even the direction. So if you are accustomed to calling in all of that, please do. I find it extremely helpful. Next thing you want to do is ask for protection. Now, in crystal Reiki and in crystal shamanism, we use a crystal. So visualize a crystal coming down over your head and all the way through. And that way the crystal protects you. Crystals have like this high energy. So anything that comes near it will be transmuted into this high frequency or this energy. So you want to make sure to have this layer of protection. I like using this because if there's other spirits around or energies around, they get transmuted into light. So it's kind of like my warning when I start things. I'm like, oh, just to let you know, I have my crystal around me and you're going to be transmuted. So after that, you want to set your intention. I want to go back to when I got hit by a baseball and I want to recall my soul to me so that I feel whole. The next thing you do is clear out your chakras. So from the bottom to the top, your root, sacral, solar, heart, your throat, your third eye, and your crown chakra, clear them out. You can either do this through visualization. You can do this through energy work. You can also put crystals on your chakras if you're called to it. I really like to throw in a YouTube meditation, and I try different ones out all the time and allow the visualization to clear out my chakras. Next, you want to have a stone on your heart and a stone on your third eye. Lapis lazuli is fantastic for the third eye for going in, especially if it's like past lives. And I like to have a rose quartz to recall the soul part back to me. And all you have to do, like, I think we make it a lot more complicated than what it can be, but I want you to call in the energy of that event. And if there's a missing piece or a missing part of your soul, I ask you to return to me now. And what happens is the crystal acts as a barrier. So like I said, with the protection of crystal around you, when the energy of your soul comes back into you, it goes through the crystal. So it kind of cleanses and clears everything out of you before it goes through. So it doesn't just reattach in. It gets like a really nice squeaky clean, which is why I use crystals a lot, so that it just instills the wisdom, the lesson, or whatever you needed to learn. And if you feel like it didn't work and the energy's not there, you can also ask your higher self, well, why didn't my soul come back? Why didn't I feel a shift or a change? And the more you talk to your higher self, you will become open to receive information. And you might hear that you have a deeper belief of, I feel like I'm going to get hurt again. And I've been holding on to that belief for a long time. I feel like I'm going to get hurt because that baseball hit me. So then I use that belief all throughout my life. So then we ask to clear the belief. If I clear the belief, can I have that soul pattern back to me? And if your higher self says yes, then you visualize the event again and it coming into your heart so that you become one. It feels amazing. It feels lighter. When you become back into yourself, you're like, oh my goodness, I'm rejuvenated. So give it a shot, get out your crystals, think of, and again, it doesn't have to be too like traumatic. Mine was a baseball that I got for my soul to come back to me. And let me know how it goes. You can contact me at the Chakra Diva at Facebook. That's where I am most of my time, or on my website, thechakradeva.com. Just write me an email. Love to hear from you. I want to chat with Laura, who is here, and see how she is doing tonight. Laura from Massachusetts, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. What can I help you with tonight?
I don't know.
Okay.
I guess in general.
I love that. Okay. I'm hearing a name of Kathy around you first. Catherine. Yes. All right. I am going to pull out some cards. And it's funny. I was drawn to the fairy cards tonight. And I'm usually not. So that is all for you. I'm going to give you some messages from the fairies and see what is going on.
That's cool, because I make fairy wands.
Yes?
I make fairy wands with my sister.
That is so funny. I looked at the back of my cards. I have like 50 decks of cards. And I went, I'm going to pull out my dragons and my fairies. And that's what I'm supposed to be working with. So that is all you. Right?
Okay.
All right. So the card that came out is around your love life. Oh,
okay.
Yes. And it says the basis of your question involves your love life, which is now changing for the better. Do you have a dog?
I don't. I have a rabbit.
You have a rabbit. I feel like a presence of a dog energy around you as well. So I'm in a house. I'm in a house, and it has an oval table that's small, so it's like to the floor. Like you know how Grandmom used to have like those old tables?
Yeah.
They're like in the living room, but it's like an oval shaped table, and then underneath it is a dog energy, and I find that very interesting. Yes,
I do too.
yeah, because it's very sporadic. It's not like I was concentrating on that. The next card that came out for your challenge would be emotional healing. And it says, as your heart heals of old emotional pain, you receive new blessings and love. All right. And then advice. Stand up for your beliefs, this says. Say yes when you only mean yes.
Okay.
How nice is that? How nice is that? Stand up for your beliefs and only say yes if you really want to say yes. I actually I want to go out to a party with you. I want to have fun with you. You know what I mean? Like not relax, like listen to music feels good around me as well. Step into that a little bit more. Like my happiness and my joy comes up. Oh, and go around. I'm going outside. Why am I outside? You're outside a lot?
What was that?
House. Are you outside a lot? Like I just go through this back door. It feels like this house feels like an older house. It doesn't feel like a newer house. It feels like, I don't know why I keep going into it. It's a house, right? So in the front left room.
Yeah, that's the old house. Yeah.
It's an old house there. That's interesting. Okay. And I almost feel like, I don't know how to say that to you. There's spirits around you. Do you talk to them all the time?
No.
Okay. I don't feel lonely. I was going to say, I don't feel lonely in this house. It feels good. It has really good energy in it. So living room, and then I'm walking out through the back door, going in the back, and then it feels good outside in the back. Like that's where I want to spend my time. That's where I want to connect in through the backyard a lot. Oh, I like that. Yeah,
my husband just did it up for me.
Oh, he did?
Yeah,
what do you do?
Put in a pool. He built a shack, like a big place that we can sit and have dinner, and there's a pool now. So yeah, he made it all pretty for me.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I am clearing out your chakras as well. Yeah, emotional healing. I keep getting emotional healing. Sister, I found your sister's connection is in your solar plexus. And then we come, time to get on the bandwagon. December. December's a big month for you.
Okay.
Okay, changes are coming up. Do you do, is it fairs or events? And I like candles. Huh?
I don't. Well, my husband's birthday is coming up in November.
Well, I'm seeing candles. Like I'm going to go to an event, like what are they called? Like a vendor event. Like the tables are all out. Yeah, but it's for like a holiday thing in December, and there's candles there. There's something special about the candles that I want to keep paying attention to.
Okay.
Candles. I hear step up your game.
Step up your game.
Step up your game. But it almost feels like in the creativity apartment. Charity.
Yeah.
Yes. And I am. Did you smoke before? I'm clearing out. I'm sorry. Did you smoke?
No.
Smoke.
I have breathing issues. I'm going to have surgery.
Oh, you are? Okay. I'm clearing out energy just to let you know. It's in between your heart chakra and your throat. So I'm releasing that. When are you going in for surgery?
Hopefully soon. I'm waiting to hear when they're going to schedule it. Okay. Can't wait for it.
All right. In May, we go through here. I am just giving you a little clean over. And I want to sit down and watch TV with you. That's what I get in your third eye. Like I want to sit down. I want to watch TV. I want to catch up on things. Pretty relaxed, and then go a junior. Do you have a junior in the family?
No.
Is your husband on his side? I got a junior.
No.
Then your crown chakra. I don't think it's the person's name, junior.
Mm-mm. I don't know any juniors.
Okay, I'm going to give you one more of Kyle. Clearing that out. Did you know it, Kyle? I'm sorry. So in your crown chakra, what happens is this. People who are connected in with our soul and also people who have crossed over to the other side, that's where they hang out at. Not to sound crazy. But I get Kyle, and I also hear junior. Junior, pretty sharp in there is junior.
Okay.
Kyle
Jr. Well, Kyle Jr., oh God, it would be my husband's friend who passed away, his son, which is his godson.
His godson. Okay. Let's go through here. It's funny how they just tag team with us, right? Because I feel like they play phone tag all the time. Like they go, oh my goodness, there's a medium. I'm just going to go over there and talk to her. Like it's funny. Like that's how they come through, and that's how they feel to me all the time.
That is so funny.
And there's a number 12 around him.
Number 12. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I see a baseball, and I also there's a baseball around him, and I heard he, which I'm thinking is him, made it. Like I think he wants me to let somebody know he made it. Like that's a message to pass on. He made it. And that was important. Yeah, he made it to have that connection in there. But that's what they keep saying all the time. He made it. So the number 12, just let them know the number 12 is important. And there's also a baseball around that too. Oh my goodness. He's polite. He just stopped and said, thank you to me. I was like, that's so sweet. Like that is sweet. So that would be personality coming through.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like that a lot. That's neat. All right, let's go through here. You're going to be okay. They asked if your soul just said, am I going to be okay from surgery? You're going to be okay.
Oh, really?
I get it. Yeah, I get that's a good thing. Like, yeah, that's a good thing.
Oh, good. Thank you.
And can you also,
that's good.
I don't know how much time I have. Can you tell me about your dad really quick?
My dad? My real dad or my stepdad? My real dad passed. My stepdad has been dealing with like sickness, and he's an alcoholic.
Okay.
He's the dad I really know.
Chest issues?
Yeah.
Which one is that?
Which one is that? Sorry?
Yes. Which is that your dad or your stepdad who has chest issues?
Oh, it would probably be my stepdad. I don't know my real dad very well.
Okay. He's the one that's crossed over?
My real one, yeah, like passed over.
Okay.
And I believe he had like strokes and heart.
Yeah, I keep getting like chest. Because when I was looking at your surgery, that's when I feel dad's energy come in, and he's showing me at my chest again, at my chest. Even though you don't know them, it's so interesting because when they go to the other side, a lot of them still are connected with us. They know our souls. They know what we need. Sometimes we need to mend together. Sometimes they look over us. Sometimes they learn lessons. It's all different. But I keep getting, when things are passed down, that he would be there with you. He would be overlooking with you. And there's also a connection with Texas. I get Texas.
Texas?
Yeah.
Texas. I think he lived in North Carolina.
Texas around his energy.
Okay. Interesting.
But, yeah, I just want to let you know. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's what he's saying is Texas. It's kind of like how to let you know that it's him and not, your stepfather is with that. So you are being protected as you're going in for the surgery. I have to wrap it up because I only have a few seconds left, but I'm so happy that you called in and I was able to connect with you so that you can deliver the message that you weren't even expecting.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Amber. And I thank you for putting my mind at ease as well.
Yes. Thank you so much, Laura, for calling in. All right. Thank you again for watching the Chakra Diva Show. I will see you next Thursday. Have a great week.